Platform football, it's a huge game, Champions League semi-final. You saw what they did a few days ago against Real Madrid in the cup final there, the Copa del Rey. It was a massive game for them. And these are the games that they're going to get used to playing over these next few years, but really interesting to see how they handle themselves tonight.
It does feel like Barcelona could be on the verge of something big, does it, Thierry?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, when you're on the verge of trying to complete the treble, I mean, those guys were not far from doing it, and it's because it's kind of okay. But in the back of your mind, as a coach, be like, am I starting him or not? Are we going to lose him until the end of the season or not? I know I'm going far, but I'm still thinking about it because you don't want to lose a player like that. You might maybe lose him for a game or an hour or something, but look, they're taking the risk. Hopefully he's okay because we want to see him on the field.
So there's obviously potential for Hansi Flick maybe to end up regretting that decision to still start him. I imagine you would have gone onto the pitch at some time with a little niggle, would you?
Oh, yeah, that's dreaming of winning their first European Champions Cup. These two clubs have won 8. Barcelona, they've kept 8 clean sheets.
Ahead of Di Marco, but Inter getting off to a good start. Dumfries again, and Thuram on the floor! In 30 seconds, Inter lead at Barcelona! Simply magisterial by Internazionale! There's no other word for this football. Sit back and enjoy absolute perfect attacking football. Goals in games, lifted in from Yamal, and arriving is Ferran Torres, and Rafinha as well got it across that penalty area, but well dealt with. Dani Olmo almost gets it back. There'll be no back down from Duck there at Alessandro Bastoni. A key figure kick.
Has the admiration of everybody in the world. Losing position in this Champions League so far.
Martin lifting in, and Torres going forward, but Bastoni won. De Jong goes through and left to try and win it, saying he was foul. Club. Bayern Munich.
They have had.
And a bit of a shove out there. Judgment of the referee as Bastoni plays forward into Turamus. Tripped up there by Dani Olmo, and eventually the free kick given. Inter perhaps might have the Italian national, but a lot of eyes on Çalhanoğlu, and lifting in towards Lautaro Martinez, and Szczesny punching away. And Mkhitaryan measuring his volley, and Lautaro flicking, but Yamal, good ball into Torres! Only just off target.
You wonder how many chances in a game like this he will get with this much. By Hansi Flick's men.
Injury as it's a lace, but slips, and Rafinha sends into that. First name on the team sheet is Dumfries, plays on with an arm up high, the appeal there, and Rafinha delivering the free kick, and Sommer tracking it and punching it away. Only as far though as Lamine Yamal
Back.
who will lift back in, and
Like that.
Yamal trying to cut through two. Mkhitaryan, Bisek again, the header, and Torres flashing it wide. Caught it well, but couldn't direct it towards goal.
Again, wonderful control as this ball comes to him before recouping.
Corner delivered, and it was on there for Inigo Martinez. It was Bisek though that got to it first.
He needed to as well. Big Jan Bisek, 6 foot box, just out of camera here.
Di Marco into that danger area. Trying to be one, and Dumfries gets the second. 20 minutes into this semi-final, and Inter have shocked Barcelona with a 2-goal lead.
Fabulous finish by Dumfries, and Barcelona's slackness in defending set pieces comes and bites their heads off again. It's a beautiful.
Towards that byline, and cutting. Yamal! The crossbar!
Absolutely astonishing. Are you kidding me? He says
together down that right side. Yamal beyond one, and Yamal! In his 100th game for Barcelona, right back into the tie. Was there any doubt?
The glory of this young phenomenon, the infant terrible, as I called him earlier. Exactly what they needed.
Inter will be the host at San Siro.
Attack by Yamal. How do you look out?
Yamal early, and Sommer got a hand to it just as Rafinha was arriving. De Jong in between 3 lines, and Olmo on the other side. Dani Olmo! And spilled momentarily by Sommer, but he pounces against Bisek. Yamal chipped up there by Lautaro Martinez. Will be a free kick. Inter players.
Game on a number.
Only as far as Yamal and Dani Olmo! And a Sommer reply.
What a tackle by Francisco Acer.
Everyone's in the attack. Pedri lifting in. Rafinha centered down. Ferran Torres! From 2-0 down. Barcelona back level in this semi-final. And it's the man filling in for Robert Lewandowski. Admirably, that makes it 2-2.
Again, wonderful conducting of the orchestra by Pedri. And Ferran is the third.
It was worth noting that coming in, Inter.
Eric Garcia, just one of the many that.
The halftime whistle goes at the end of a breathless opening 45 minutes. Thuram opened the scoring inside of a minute on 30.
Come back from a 2-0 deficit in the first half. 2-2 is the score as we now go into the second half against Inter being played in Barcelona, this Champions League semi-final first leg. We're hearing that Taremi is potentially coming on for Lautaro Martinez. We'll confirm that change when we do or don't see it. It was a special first half, though. Thierry, does it feel like all the momentum's now with Barcelona?
It looks like it's an
Cruising Italian.
It's back. Sada.
This opening 45 minutes.
Got to play it quick as we see him.
And Yamal, and just too much on it towards Rafinha. His low cross, deflects once and twice, and Marco got underneath it. But Inter starting this second half well.
Barcelona's
A lot of football left to be played. Pedri, such a key. Poked away from neat combination play. Yamal, and it down as Yamal's into the area. His low crosses going outside of the boot. What an idea. That first touch. It's Olmo and Bastoni backtracking in Sommer. Çalhanoğlu lifting in that danger area. The header is on, and there's another from a corner. Dumfries with his second of this semi-final. Inter are terrorizing Barcelona from set pieces and have the lead again.
Dumfries leaving his beautiful fingerprints all over this game. Setting up Thuram for a first goal, scoring a second, and now scoring.
First leg victory over Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal.
Found it in many, many ways under
Dani Olmo, who will make way. Running in behind, Marcus Thuram and Kubashi.
so he goes down and dirty.
The corner that Dumfries gives away short with Yamal.
Nicely.
Dummy for Rafinha!
Just have done
Off the back of Sommer!
the Brazilian.
Rafinha has his 13th of this Champions League. We're back on terms.
Golasso, bombasso from Rafinha. Wonderful set piece.
Comes through. Inter's Mkhitaryan! And the offside flag will come up. Waves his index finger towards the assistant. They'll have a look.
Saying it's close, and it is. But would it himself here?
While lifting it towards Rafinha and hit it off the post. It looked like it was sailing out of play.
But totally
To go at San Siro. Rafinha!
Barcelona and Inter Milan trade tackles in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-final on Wednesday at the Estadi Olympic Lewis Companies. The hosts are coming off a thrilling and feisty El Clasico in the Copa del Rey final over the weekend. Barca broke the deadlock through Pedri's well-taken shot from outside the box in the 28th minute before Kylian Mbappe came on at the break to equalize with the first free-kick goal of his career in the 70th minute. Aurelien Tchouameni gave Los Blancos the lead 7 minutes later with a header, but Ferran Torres forced extra time after rounding Courtois to slot into an empty net with 6 minutes left. Jules Koundé was the unlikely match winner in the 117th minute, following a successful interception, followed by a well-placed shot from distance shortly before the game descended into chaos. Inter, meanwhile, saw their Serie A aspirations dealt a heavy blow when they fell to a 1-0 defeat at home to AS Roma. Mathias Solé broke the deadlock in the 22nd minute, and his goal proved to be the difference between the two sides. Nerazzurri now shift their attention to the continent, where they booked their spot in the last four with a 4-3 aggregate victory over Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal, while Barcelona eliminated Dortmund 5-3 on aggregate. The Blaugrana will continue their quest for a first UCL title in a decade. Arsenal or PSG lie in wait for the winner of this tie in the final. Barcelona's spectacular season continued as they dispatched arch-rivals Real Madrid to win a record-extending 32nd Copa Triumph. Rather remarkably, the Blaugrana haven't won a continental crown since the famed MSN powered them to glory in 2015. The current crop will look to emulate that side and are well-positioned to match them by winning a treble. They will be without top scorer Robert Lewandowski, though, who's ruled out with a hamstring injury. Inter Milan, meanwhile, were on course to also win a treble AMD match, their 2010 exploits a week ago. 15 years ago, they had famously eliminated the Blaugrana at the Camp Nou en route their third UCL crown. However, the continent could be their sole source of glory this season, having endured a poor week that saw them knocked out of the Coppa Italia and off the perch in Serie A. Simone Inzaghi's side have lost their last 3 games without scoring. Hence, expect the hosts to claim a comfortable victory with goals at both ends.